guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today what we're going to do is talk about all the different ways you can use eggs. If you're like me right now, man, you have eggs just coming out of everywhere. We have a lot of chickens, and so when it comes time to where they are really laying, we just have an abundance of these things. And what are you going to do with them all? I mean, we're pickling them. We have pickled eggs, and I eat myself for lunch about 6 to 7 eggs per day. I love eggs. I think it gives great amount of protein. And so, but what do you do about everybody else? What do you do with all the rest of these eggs? It's still not enough. So today I'm going to give you 5 recipes that we do here on the Homestead that you can use at home to get rid of all of your eggs. Use them up quickly, at least 5 to 6 eggs per recipe. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a recipe. I'm going to show you a recipe that you can use 20 eggs for one meal, and it won't be so eggy. Like if you use 20 eggs in one meal, you'll be like, oh, it's just eggs. No, it's not like that at all. So stay tuned, and if you have favorite egg recipes too, be sure to leave those in the comments below before you leave, because you might help someone else to think of a new meal. But I'm going to give you 5, so that's like a week's worth of egg meals. And at the very end, I'm going to give you the recipe that I like the best that has an egg in it. It's kind of a St. Louis thing, so stick with me to the end on that one. Anyway, I am going through lots and lots of eggs. Look at all these eggshells right here. And I mean, more over here. I save all my eggshells, and we grind those up, and we put those into like a powder that goes on the garden. And so I save all of my eggs. All my shells go into the grinder, and we use that for the garden. Also, we have our quail eggs. So we're getting lots of quail eggs right now, and I've got a new tool that we're going to be trying this out here soon. That's supposed to be a quail egg peeler, so we can hard boil those, and then just like the chicken eggs, put those into a pickle. We'll try that and see how that works, and I'll keep it posted. So, starting off with our first recipe. All these recipes are going to be linked in the description below, so I'm not going to make you go out and search for these things, okay? They're going to be video links from other YouTube channels that I have found that I utilize, and that way you can just click on them and go and do the recipe. These are easy, simple recipes, not a lot of fuss, something you can make within 30 minutes or less. This is like the Rachel Ray type stuff here we're talking about. Okay, so first recipe, very simple. Slice up some potatoes, put them into a pan, and then put the eggs on top or a casserole dish, and then put that into the oven. You can also add, of course, garlic and onion for every recipe. I would do that for all these recipes. And then some butter, and then some cheese on top, and then whatever herbs and spices you want to add on top of that. But the base is going to be easy, potatoes and just eggs. You can use about 5 or 6 eggs with this. Pour those mixed over the top, and then you're good to go. All right, recipe number 2. Pour raw eggs over hot rice, and then cook. Raw eggs over hot rice, and then just cook. Put it in a pan, cook it over to the stovetop, and mix in whatever you want. Again, cheese, butter, garlic, onion, whatever else you want to add to that. That's an easy, simple meal. My kids love rice, so we do rice here a lot. And we have lots of rice stored up. So it's like rice, rice, rice. Raw egg over rice, a very simple meal. Again, add whatever else you want. Recipe number 3. Cooked eggs over rice. Now I'm giving a link to this video as well in the description. All of these are in the description. This is one of my favorites. You just have the rice already cooked, and then eggs sunny side up or over easy, and then put that on top of the rice, and then when they dig into it, all of those runny yolks run over the rice. It's a very cheesy, buttery type dish. I love it. Put some liquid aminos over the top of that, and with maybe some onion and garlic, obviously, and butter as well. Fantastic meal. The kids always love that. It's very simple. Recipe number 4, raw egg over hot pasta. Get some spaghetti noodles, some linguine noodles, whatever, and you put that raw egg over the hot pasta, cook. You want to add some cheese on top. Again, garlic and onion, put some butter on it. You can make an old tire taste really good by putting, butter on it and garlic. So you take those raw or hot noodles and you pour that raw egg over those hot noodles. add in some onions, some cheese, some garlic, some butter, and you've got a fantastic meal that anyone's going to love to eat. All right, the next one up is also really, really simple. You're going to take a red onion. If you have a large family, you may take 2 or 3 red onions, and you're going to slice these up very thin, and you're going to put these into a pan. You're going to fry those onions up. And then after that, you're going to take that raw egg that's already mixed, or you can just put it in there with yolks, whatever, it doesn't matter, and then fry those eggs over the top of the onions that have been sliced in the pan. Then you're going to add whatever else you want to add, whether it's meat or cheese or spices, whatever to make it more interesting, and then finish cooking that on the stove top. Fantastic. The onion, if this is really oniony, if you like onions, this is the meal for you, and it takes almost no time to make. You just got to slice up the onion, fry it up in butter, and then pour your eggs on top, mix it around with anything else you want, ground beef, whatever, and you've got yourself a fantastic quick meal. Okay, so the bonus recipe that I'm going to tell you about, some of you may have already guessed, using 20 eggs in one recipe for one meal. It is a strata. If you don't know what a strata is, it's basically taking leftover bread that you may have used and baked at a later date. I baked this loaf of bread about 2 days ago, and we had other stuff sitting around, so we ate all that. We didn't eat a lot of the bread. And so this would be a perfect, start for your strata. You're going to basically cut this bread up into small cubes, and then you're going to put this in a baking pan, and then you're going to pour 20 eggs. You can use all your eggs, put them in a dish, okay? You can mix them up, and then maybe add a little cream or milk to that, and then just pour it over the bread, the cube bread, in the baking pan. And then add, again, whatever else you want to add. You can add some burger, you can add some onions, you can add some garlic. I highly recommend adding garlic and onions to everything. And then at the very top, put some cheese on there, put it in the oven, and it won't taste overly eggy. The bread will soak up all of that egg and whatever milk you may have added to that as well. And it's going to be an absolutely fantastic meal that everyone is going to love. And you use a whole bunch of eggs in the process. So if you have an overabundance of eggs, those are my top 5 recipes, plus the bonus, the strata. And then I'm going to tell you about what is my favorite recipe that includes an egg. I'm from St. Louis. I grew up, if you're from St. Louis, you probably have had the Slinger. And it is my absolutely favorite, most fantastic thing I have ever eaten. Well, I wouldn't say it's in like my top 5. I love slingers. If you don't know what a slinger is, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you Google it, let you search it out. You got to be from St. Louis to love a slinger. Most people are like, what? You put what? You eat that? What? Yes, a slinger. It includes usually 2 eggs, sunny side up or over easy, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. So let me know in the comments below if you have ever had a slinger, and do you like the slinger? Let me know if you're not from St. Louis and you've had the slinger and you hate the slinger. So anyway, if you're like me and you got a whole bunch of eggs, save your eggs for the shells for your garden. It's great calcium. Also, they work great for your fruit trees. And if you got quail eggs like me, leave a comment below. If you have a certain way that you like to peel these, if you ever had this before to peel a quail egg, let me know that too in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys. See you next time at the Homestead. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Kane, and I am a big fan of American Homestead, as are you, or you wouldn't be seeing this right now. I'm in my backyard, my homestead, where I grow lots of fruit and vegetables. But look, both Zach and I are big fans of history, and we are watching the economic situation in our country just like you are. We absolutely love this country, and it's very difficult for us to watch it struggle financially. Now, did you know that the Constitution of the United States, in Article 1, Section 10, only allows for legal currency to be minted in gold and silver? I bet you didn't. I wasn't aware. But our founders, in their wisdom, they understood that this was the true way to build a solid financial foundation for this new nation. And they were right. They were dead right. These principles rocketed the industry and the economy that made the United States the powerhouse that we now enjoy. However, today, the US dollar, it's not backed up by anything of real value. And here we are. Now, our friends at Genesis Gold Group are helping people stuck in 401ks, IRAs, and anyone else who's watching their hard-earned wealth teeter on the edge of oblivion by moving their money out of risky paper-denominated assets and into physical precious metals like gold and silver. You can touch it. I'm doing it myself. So is my sister. Call Genesis Gold Group today and let them help you develop a plan to safeguard your assets. It's simple. You can call the number on the screen or visit them at genesisgoldgroup.com. And I will see you next time on the homestead with my dogs and all the fruit that I grow. Look at all this good stuff. We got nectarines. More dogs coming down. If you get cut, we got some aloe vera for you. What I do need, though, is chickens. I need chickens because eggs are about the same price as gold right now. Anyway, see you on the homestead.